They say games are played on the field and not on paper, and that's a good thing. Because if this one were played on paper, it might get ugly. But you never know what's going to happen. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Fighting Illini, Memorial Stadium in Champaign, Illinois. As we'll see a squad from the Mountain West, the Fresno State Bulldogs, taking on the 20th ranked team in the land, the Illinois Fighting Illini. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Fresno State will kick it off and we will be underway. And he's coming out of the end zone. So Illinois' offense will take the field first. And Jesse, they've got a running back that they'd love to feature in this if he is able to answer the challenge.
Yeah, and listen, this guy might not be a Heisman finalist, but he can break off long runs. And this defense, David, they better be ready. They better pack a lunch, show up today, and try to get hats to the football. Because if you come out here with your B game, he can run all over you.
And it's important for this offense, too, because they need to have balance on offense. They need the ground game to get going. He's capable. He's shown flashes. We just want to see it consistently.
So now it's 2nd and long. Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. He's got a yard out to the 30-yard line.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
It'll take some work to get to the sticks. It's 3rd and long from the 30. Looking to pass. It's Altmaier. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd down.
Well, they try to throw for it there on 3rd down on the opening drive of the game. They don't get it, but let's punt the ball away. Let's trust our defense. And, guys, let's also trust this home field advantage and the crowd to get loud and make it real difficult on our opponent.
Illinois runs the punt unit onto the field. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. So the Fresno State Bulldogs offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on. They punch the clock, and they're hard workers.
Off play action. Got it in the middle. It's Anderson. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And that's why play action is going to be big in this game. You saw how it just frees the second level of that defense just for a second and allowed the tight end to work himself vertically down the field. But how about this guy after the catch, right? So hard to bring down. What a weapon.
Looking downfield on 1st down. He's got his man across the middle. They get him down at the 34-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup and a 1st down. And the Bulldogs come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Caught in the backfield. It's Gilliam. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there. That last completion sets him up on 2nd down. Rides the back on the option. The give. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
timing of the linebacker on the blitz to get in the backfield and get the tackle for loss.
Is there anything better for a linebacker than to run on a blitz and nobody's home except the back?
Such a great feeling when the Moses parts the Red Sea and the hole opens up and you go fill it.
He'll pull it on the read. There he goes. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain.
Man, interesting play call on 3rd and long. I think we're thinking pass, and which matchup do they try to exploit? And they try to sneak a run in there, and the play's fine. I mean, they run the option very unsuccessfully. Small gain, and now we got 4th down.
On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Hauls it in, the 1st down and more. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, to heck with being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a chip shot field goal with where they were on that 4th down. But they decide to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
Down to the 16-yard line. It's 1st and 10. They're looking to pass from the red zone. He's got it and still on his feet. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on 1st down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Looking to throw, it's Warner. Got it! And he will score! Touchdown, Bulldogs! Let's see, he can block, he can catch, he can run. Yeah, let's just forget about the blocking for now. The catching, the running, the scoring is dangerous.
And they do the dirty work, but this is what they would prefer to do. These guys want to catch touchdown passes. Most of these guys were wide receivers in high school, and they show you why. They'll go up, get that football, make plays for their quarterback.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the 1st time. And the PAT makes it 7-0. They took it 64 yards right down the field. And they finished things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Here comes the Illini offense back onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0. They'd love to get a drive going here. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down.
And offenses nowadays, they're really just counting numbers. How many guys do you have out wide? How many guys do I have out wide? If I have enough guys to block your guys, boom, it's just built into the offense. Pitch, catch, let me get a few yards.
Now the play fake. He's going to throw deep right side. He's got it up the 30. And he's brought down after a huge completion.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
After that huge play, they've now got it inside the 30. It's 1st and 10. That's caught. It's Clement. Breaks into the open. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, this guy's not easy to bring down. They just throw him a simple hitch pass, but he's got so many moves out in the open field. You've got to get a lot of hats to the football to get that guy down, prevent him from scoring on big plays.
Illinois coming back to the line with a 1st and 10. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Lets it fly. Oh, he drops the football. He had him right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
This defensive coaching staff, they love their secondary, and they love the matchups they have. They believe they've got 5 guys at least back there that can cover one-on-one. You saw a great example of it there on 3rd down, forcing the incompletion.
Quick touch pass to the receiver. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football, and you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running downhill and making a tackle.
The Fighting Illini needs to get it to the county line for a first down. Back to pass, it's Altmaier. He'll take a shot. And it's caught! Touchdown, Illinois!
The great thing about spreading a defense out, I can see where the blitz is coming from. I can see where they're weak. I can see my matchups. Nice job by the offense. Spreading them out, taking advantage of their matchup, and getting in for the score.
Extra point here will tie the game. And he tacks on the extra point. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they closed the deal with a 20-yard pass for 6. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Bringing it out. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here comes the Fresno State offense onto the field. Got the quick completion. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
I love this defense's ability to fight off blocks and rally to the football. They do such a great job pursuing that wide receiver screen to only allow a minimal gain and no first down.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. They'll give it on the counter. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Back to throw, it's Warner. Looking for his man. Complete to the left. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down.
And a great job by the QB finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10. Unloads quickly.
Well, and a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
The Bulldogs with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. He's got it on the right. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
Well, if you're going to get first downs against this defense, you're going to have to earn it. You're going to have to make people miss. This is an excellent tackling unit. You saw it on that last play.
And the Bulldogs come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
Well, no real mystery there, and I think this coaching staff has a lot of confidence in their offensive line to get the push needed to give that back just a big enough crease to fall forward and get the first.
And it's so hard. My room for error is so small when I'm a defensive line. Like, I got to get off the ball as fast as I can and try to get some form of penetration. Just stop that ball from going north-south. They don't do it there, and they give up the first down. You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to throw. It's Warner. Pulls it in. It's Freeman. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a bigger gain.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
The Bulldogs come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. He's looking to throw on 3rd and short. The safe call on the wide receiver screen. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line. I was starting to think about what they would do if they didn't pick up the first down here, but I guess that's a moot point now.
Moot point for sure, and the head coach was probably telling them 4-down territory, we're going to kick a field goal, whatever the next decision was going to be, and now the OC's like, don't worry about it. New set of downs, nice execution by this offense.
Under fire. Zings it complete to the right. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
Trying play action. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete. They couldn't connect on 2nd down. Now staring at a 3rd and 9. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. They didn't quite get that route run deep enough to pick up the first down. Now they've got a 4th and short.
And I think everybody at home tends to yell at their television set. Why aren't you getting past the first down marker? Why did you run your route short? Defense did a good job knowing where that was. But now, 4th down, offense has to make a decision.
Splits the uprights right down the middle. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away. On the move from inside his 5. The Illinois offense returns to the field. We've had some early scores. They get the ball back, trailing by a field goal, 10-7. Handoff from the gun. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, they're trying to get that run play going to the outside, but it's the defensive end who does a great job winning his one-on-one and forcing the negative play.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Right back to the well. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Well, that guy is so quick coming out of his stance. Did you see how fast he got to the ball carrier to get that tackle for loss? Wow.
Illinois now facing 3rd and forever. They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Illinois lining up to punt this one away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Playing the field position game as he makes the fair catch right at the 50. Fresno State takes over and the offense will go back to work. These teams putting up some early points, and now they have it back up 10-7. Fires to the wideout. Complete in the middle. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be 1st down.
Excellent throw by the quarterback. Found the window between the zones and then delivered the ball on time.
Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. To throw, it's Warner. Quickly complete. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup.
Yeah, when you get that man coverage, most people are taught to have inside leverage. So that out route's there if your QB can put some air on it and throw it outside of the guy. But tight coverage, but a really nice throw on that out route.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. They'll run play action. Fires to the right. Got his man downfield. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7.
Man, this quarterback's been in a nice rhythm all drive, hasn't he? He's just playing on time. He's making good decisions. He's now got the offense at 1st and goal. I'd let him throw it down here. He has earned that right.
Fresno State lines up with a 1st and goal. He's looking to throw. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Fresno State. Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And the offense had the look they liked. Tight ends are such matchup problems because of their size and because of their athleticism. And this offense does a nice job moving this guy around, especially in this area of the field.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they close the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. RPO complete to open the drive. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
We're trying to throw the screen out to the receiver. The defense, though, having none of that. They are just too physical, they're too fast, and they force a negative play.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Looking to throw, it's Altmaier. Quickly to the tight end. No chance to run, but they still move it forward. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. Just about ready to get things started here in the 2nd. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. So they had a chance to talk over this 3rd down play to open the period. From the gun, wants to pass. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
3rd and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
Illinois runs the punt unit onto the field. They'll look to pin him deep. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. Here comes the Fresno State offense onto the field. And they've found no answer so far. Already to the end zone twice, tacked on a field goal, and now back for more. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
Well, this quarterback has really found a nice rhythm early, and he's in firm control and command of everything that's happening. They've had 2 drives. They've scored 2 touchdowns. And here on their 3rd possession, he still wants to take shots. That one obviously falls incomplete. But if you're him, I would keep spinning the beam.
Back to throw, it's Warner. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
It'll be third and long. It's a draw. Got the first down and more. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays.
And for a draw play to be successful, it's not just the quarterback that has to sell pass, but also the offensive line. The tackles really letting their defensive ends rush upfield, guards and centers passing their guys off at the last second, and then running down the field trying to get hats on hats in the second level. Beautiful execution.
They make the stop inside the 25, working closer to that red zone, a gain of 6. Line of scrimmage will be the 24.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Leaves it with the back. They're there to stop him at the 21 after a pickup of 2. And the Bulldogs are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. He'll keep it on the sneak. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. They'll run it on the counter. Noses his way forward, maybe gets one. They'll mark it at the 18. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Off the bootleg, looking to fire. Pucks it out of the air. He'll get it all the way down to the 8-yard line, and the defense is feeling the heat.
This offense is clicking, and clearly everything is working. The offensive coordinator's calling good plays. The quarterback and his unit is executing. And this defense right now, they have no answers.
The Bulldogs trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. Second and goal for this offense. Power ahead. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on 3rd here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running the football, trying to get this in the end zone. I only got a yard to go. I got to be physical.
They're going to run it. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
And I love it. I love the physicality of this offense. It's 3rd and goal. I trust my offensive line to pave the way, give the ball to my running back, and know he's going to physically punch this thing into the end zone.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he knocked that one right down the middle. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Here comes the Illini offense back onto the field. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of... Oh, he's got some space. They got him free for a big gainer down to the 43.
And that's what makes this offense so dynamic. It's his running ability, and I love them going option here. He's hoping the defense is going to give him a look that forces him to keep the football. And how about his ability in the open field, generating a massive explosive play on that option run?
They'll try the run. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Looking for a man. It's Altmaier. Wide open downfield. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down.
We see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
Looking to pass inside the red zone. Touchdown, fighting Illini. They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession. Big-time touchdown there to get some much-needed momentum.
You got to find something, right? Who you going to go to make that big play to get you back into it? You're not back in it yet. It's not tied. You're not there yet, but you're starting to inch back into it and get some momentum going.
Lining up to add another. And the extra point is good, but they're still down 24-14. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the capper, a 19-yard toss for the touchdown. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Fresno State takes over, and the offense will go back to work. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create some. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
The play-action fake. Unloads it left. He's got an open man. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
Well, this defense is being challenged, and this secondary in particular. And I know a DB made the tackle there, but we're only in the second quarter, and already this quarterback has over 200 yards passing.
It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. The give on the option. Turning it on. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for you.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. To the air, it's Warner. Throws to the wideout. Hauls it in. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down.
All right, defense. It ain't working, right? They're stringing together several first downs here. We're going to need to change this up, find something we can disrupt the quarterback and mess up this offense a little bit.
Fresno State moving it quickly down the field. Wants to throw on first down. Makes the catch. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Now on second down. Back to pass. It's complete to the right. Got enough space. Touchdown, Fresno State. A great catch and run for 6. Man, he didn't just put it on his numbers. If he were throwing it at a front porch, he would have put that right in the keyhole. What a precise pass.
Right in the keyhole, right on the button, right on the face mask, whatever it was. Great throw, great timing. Nice job by the quarterback.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And that kick was perfectly down the middle. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. And the scoring play comes on a touchdown pass from 22 yards out. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Illinois offense returns to the field. Trailing now by 17, David, this is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode yet. Like, I know we just gave up some points and our defense hasn't played great. I think this offense can still be who they are and stay consistent.
No doubt, lots of football to go, but you do get the feeling this is the time of game where, you know, it could get bad. If you don't score and all of a sudden they get the ball back, they take it down the field and put some points up, this thing might be over. So absolutely, this quarterback, he wants to drive this offense down the field and at least put something on the board.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Illinois can be aggressive here on second and short. That's caught. It's Dixon. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
Great play by the cornerback. He was just way too physical at the point of attack. He beat his man trying to block him, and he tackled that receiver on the screen.
Illinois now staring at a third and short. They'll try to run for it. Past the sticks, and he may get more. And he gets it done on third down. They move the chains, and they'll mark it at the 44.
Well, they needed 2 yards to get that first down. That's exactly what they got. Great job of execution.
No secret about it. Just got to be physical, get a hat on a hat, low man wins, all the cliches to get that third down and short.
They're going to go right back to him on first down. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Looking for a man. It's Altmaier. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. Catch inside the 25. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. Illinois picked up the first down. Now here they come again. Wants to go up top on first down. Catch in the middle. It's Dixon. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
When you get man coverage, you definitely like taking advantage of the inside really quickly. Running a nice slant rack real quick, being physical, getting on the inside, quarterback putting it right on the mark.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Give to the running back. There was just nowhere to cut back. Great job by the defense, and he'll have to take the loss.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
On third and long, try to convert through the air. And it's incomplete as he was trying to make the play in the back corner of the end zone.
On that third down, they took a shot in the end zone, just couldn't connect. QB and receiver not on the same page, and now it's decision time if you're the head coach on fourth.
They'll send out the kicker to try to salvage this drive. The holder will kneel at the 24, a 34-yarder coming from the right hash. Right down the boulevard, it's good. That'll close the gap to 14.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
After putting up a three-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. He'll bring it back looking for help. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Here comes the Fresno State offense onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Back to throw, it's Warner. They're working that left side. He gets across the 20-yard line. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 23.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that cornerback be going the other direction.
They'll try to get the first through the air. Catch in the middle, it's Gilliam. He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
Now a first down from the 45-yard line. To the air on first down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go. They'll move the tight end. They'll leave it with him. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Now facing a third and long. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. Big play on this third and long. To the air, it's Warner. Unloads it downfield. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
And that's a good idea for this defense. I would be covering him too, because he's already had a day's worth of yards. The big play out wide, man. They are finding him, and he's making productive plays. So good job by this defense recognizing that guy's not beating me anymore.
Fresno State will have to punt it away. He'll aim it toward the sideline to try to make it tough on the return team. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Keeping it on the ground with the single back.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Fighting Illini with options here on 2nd and short. Looking to fire. Pocket breaking down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
This is a good sign for this defense. The rate they were going, not touching the quarterback, him already having 2 touchdown passes in the first half, this was not going to be a fun football game to watch. Now they're turning the tide a little bit, getting a little bit of pressure, getting a sack.
Finds a spot in the middle. This offense has a little room and a fresh set of downs at the 23.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver, and the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
Looking to throw on first down. Looking down the middle. Right on the money. That defense got gassed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47.
And you just could not allow that to happen defensively, giving up a big play like that. They're going to need to now play with some sense of urgency if they're not going to give up any points here before the end of the half.
Illinois coming out with a 1st and 10. Looking downfield, it's Altmaier. Working the big fella to the corner. They get him down at the 36. It will be a first down.
Man, these tight ends are such matchup nightmares. They can run so many different routes. And how about you throw in the corner route where you can throw it up to the big fella, where you've worked on your timing, you've moved him all over the field and had success. Great throw, great catch.
Looking to throw on first down. Snagged in the middle. It's Clement.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times they'll dance and make even bigger plays than they did here, but it's still a positive game.
Illinois could try to take a shot here on 2nd and inches. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Powers through the defender. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play.
How about that play by the speed back? We hear about speed backs, and he's not the guy that runs in between the tackles. But let me tell you something. When you're trying to catch a guy like that and you're running full speed with everything you have, a lot of time you're just trying to get him to the ground, and you're not trying to put a good shot on him. And then all of a sudden they're breaking tackles. Great job by that young man.
Not in lockstep there with the receiver.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the backfield and let him take advantage of this defense throwing the ball.
Gets the back moving. On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection this time. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
Man, he was open. He had an opportunity. You just got to look that thing. A lot of times guys are catching it, and as they're catching it, you see their head start to turn to try to think about getting upfield, and they just lose that concentration for a second. A little missed opportunity there for this offense.
And it's 3rd down, but they're taking no chances. They'll send the field goal unit out before halftime. Absolutely center cut. Now the lead is down to 11. So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. He'll start the return inside his 5. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, you've been taking in a magnificent scene there today in Champaign. And this has just been a passing clinic, really, by both offenses. They've effectively stretched these defenses, forcing the secondaries to cover every blade of grass, and they've still racked up big plays. Man or zone, pick your poison, or lay some blame at the feet of those pass rushers who can't do anything against the maulers on that offensive line. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Memorial Stadium.
Illinois has it teed up, ready to start the second half. And he's going to try to return this one. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Fresno State takes over, and the offense will go back to work. They keep it on the ground to open the third. They stop him after a 6-yard run out to the 24.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
And the Bulldogs can really attack on this second and short. Looking downfield, it's Warner. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass, as it just never developed.
And so many things have to come together perfectly for a screen to work for big yardage. And they were close. You can tell that almost busted, but they just got wrapped up, got a little bit of yardage, but they really wanted that one to be a big game.
Surging forward on the sneak.
3rd and 1, everyone knows it's coming, but the quarterback sneak is so hard to stop. They just got to get 1 yard. Nice job by the offensive line.
Well, a really good push by his center on that last play, making it easy for his quarterback to just tuck the football, belly it, get low, and drive your legs.
Fresno State back to work with a fresh set of downs. He'll keep it himself. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line. A loss of 1.
One of the reasons I love this defense is because their DBs get involved, and they come screaming downfield. That's a pretty good athlete playing quarterback on that run, but because of the speed they have in their secondary, boy, they were able to get to him quickly.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Fires it beautifully in on the crosser. That's the kind of play that can really get you going, as they have a 1st down at the 43.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead. They know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Hand off from the shotgun. And a decent game there before the defense makes the stop.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
Scanning the field, it's Warner. Snagged out of the air. He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains. It's at the 37. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the 1st.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on 3rd and short.
Shoots it to the left. Complete downfield. Touchdown, Bulldogs! Once he got a step, it was all over, right to the house. He has been surgical. Precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for it. Just He's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
Ready to try the point after. The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. So a scoring drive there of 83 yards, and they put the points on the board with that 37-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Here comes the Illini offense back onto the field. Get it out on the screen. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. How about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
Illinois can be aggressive here on 2nd and short. Gives it on the option. They've got it out to the 34 after getting 5 there.
A lot of times on 2nd down, you're thinking pass, especially 2nd, maybe in a little bit long. Really good job by the offense, committing to the running game, getting the 1st down really easily.
They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. They'll give it to him again. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the 3rd quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
To the air, it's Altmaier. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
That's another example of just really good football. This is why they've built the lead here in the 2nd half. Nice job pressuring the quarterback, making him feel uncomfortable, coming into somebody else's building and keeping it really, really quiet.
Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. Got him downfield. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered. An explosive play to the 40.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play. And you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Illinois putting together a really nice drive. Tight end now in motion. They'll go to the ground. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's 1st down.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on 1st down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get 1st downs like that run right there.
Looking downfield on 1st down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
And that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Wide receiver comes in motion. The run from the shotgun. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19. The Fighting Illini needing to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. They were all over him. Nowhere to go as that 3rd down play turned into a disaster. trailing by multiple possessions in the third and desperately needing a score, they'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Got his man quickly. Got enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17. And that can really take the wind out of a defense's sails when you convert with a fourth down completion.
Great chemistry there between the quarterback and his target. Fourth down, you got to have it. You got to be on the same page, and they were there.
Oh, it's a reverse. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
Well, this is a receiver that needs to touch the ball in a variety of ways. They're going to throw it to him, but they're also going to get him involved on jet sweeps.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Back to pass, it's Altmaier. A strike downfield. Touchdown, Illini! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Sometimes we ask coaches about halftime adjustments, and they go blah, 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 blah. I mean, sometimes they make some good ones.
Sometimes that blah, 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 blah actually works, but it's working now. But it might be too little too late, but at least you got the party started.
He'll try to tack on one more. Smashes it through for the PAT. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And they top it off with a 14-yard pass for the touchdown. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. On the move from inside his 5. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. Here comes the Fresno State offense onto the field. And after that last score, this is just a 2-possession game now, and they'll be looking to find some cushion on this drive. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
This time he's got his man. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
Dropping back, it's Warner. Got it in the middle, it's Freeman. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Really nice job by the quarterback understanding I needed to throw this ball hard. Like, I got to fit it in there tight. And a nice job by the wide receiver wearing it, because he really didn't have a choice, because he was going to wear that one regardless.
They just keep firing. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete. It's third down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. From the gun, wants to pass. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Love the effort on defense that time. That looked like that was going to be a completion downfield, but the physicality of the defender jarred the ball loose.
Fresno State will have to punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Catches it cleanly at the 20. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. The Illinois offense returns to the field. This feels like a pivotal moment. Get the ball back on the punt. You need to put points on the board on this drive.
Yeah, its sense of urgency right now has got to be high for this offense. Trailing the way they are here, David, they've got to be able to put something together, score some points, and build confidence.
Yeah, it's not panic time, but you do want to build that confidence and find something that you can do well to start to build on. I think this offense is starting to figure themselves out a little bit.
Quarterback on the keeper. It's a fumble on the play. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. They drag him down pretty quickly, but the defense forced a big turnover. He pulled it and kept it on the option, but he couldn't keep it away from the defense.
I think the QB made the right decision not to pitch it. He needs to do a better job with ball security. The defense, they were able to get and swarm to him quickly and dislodge the football from his body.
Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Dropping back, it's Warner. He's got him.
Man, you see so much of this in football now. Big body wide receivers, right? Guys that can run routes and box guys out. You want to play man-to-man coverage on me? I'll put my big body on you. You throw it near me, I'll make the contested catch.
The Bulldogs in a good spot here with 2nd and short. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. And the Bulldogs really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. Off the play fake. Grabbed over the middle. It's Freeman. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch.
Well, a field goal kicker can step away from the net and go sit down, grab some water. They're not going to need him just quite yet. That was a great play call. Throwing the ball on 3rd and short in field goal range. They get the completion, now setting up 1st and goal.
Fresno State lines up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line. No farther than that. No gain on the play.
So on offense, you've got to find a way to put 6 up on the board. You know that in this game, field goals may not get it done. So big-time players make big plays in big games. Who can you rely on right now to get you a touchdown?
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? They'll run it from the gun. And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you've got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
Trying to bully their way in. He did not make it. A stone wall on 3rd down.
Well, the offense just trying to be physical down here at the 1-yard line, trying to run the football into the end zone, but they just got beat up front. Now setting up 4th.
Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. Distance not the problem here. The angle is a little tricky. No good. After the miss, the lead still at 11.
And that's frustrating. I mean, you put a drive together, you're in scoring zone. Like, this is a green zone. You should be making all of these kicks, these short field goals, the chip shots. Kickers have to come through. They got to do their job.
Here comes the Illini offense back onto the field. Looking to throw, it's Altmaier. Makes the catch, it's Dixon. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. He's just winning that matchup in the slot every time.
And when you put him in the slot, Reese, he's closer to the quarterback. It's an easier throw. We can run in, we can run out, and really take advantage of his versatility of the guy at that slot position.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Safe completion on the screen. Still on his feet at the 40. It's a seam wide open. He's at the touchdown, Illinois. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this decisive running back that can play wide receiver. You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there, a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
Now they'll try the two-point conversion and try to crawl within 3. Here's the snap, looking to throw. He gets it in for the two-point conversion, and now they trail by only 3. You want to see quick strike ability? It was epitomized there. 2 plays, 80 yards, touchdown on the board. He'll return it. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Fresno State takes over and the offense will go back to work. Dropping back, it's Warner. Got the quick pass. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down.
Yeah, and he runs a quick out route, and this is a timing route. Quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
The Bulldogs can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Wants to go up top. Here's the pressure. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play.
I think he's showing you his experience on that decision right there. There was nothing open, so don't try to force it into coverage. You've got the lead. If it's not there, just throw it away. The head coach loves to see his quarterback make that kind of decision.
And the Bulldogs come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Off play action. And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete.
This game just feels so different than it did in the first half. After that incompletion, now setting up 4th down, they only have a 1-possession lead. Things were looking so much better earlier in the game. They're going to have to get it together throwing the football if they want to win this game.
Fresno State will have to punt it away. Books it all the way in and now turns his attention upfield. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. The Illinois offense returns to the field. And what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. Grabbed in the middle. It's Arkin. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be 1st down. Luke Altmaier started his career as a backup to Matt Corral at Ole Miss, but man, did he blossom for the Fighting Illini. Had their best season in more than 20 years, and maybe more in store for him, Jesse.
Yeah, Reese, there were still a lot of fans that I think were skeptical when the transfer portal news came out that he was going to be joining Illinois. People wanted to see what all the hype was about. You saw it last year, not just running the ball, but making big plays through the air. Really curious to see if Luke Altmaier can take the next step this season, because if they do, this is going to be a really, really tough team to beat.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Here's the handoff. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Fighting Illini facing a 3rd and long to keep this drive alive. To the air, it's Altmaier. Looking to the big tight end. Caught over the middle, it's Arkin. They've got enough for the 1st down, and they're in the red zone at the 20. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. Here comes the 4th. Time Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. So first down will open up the final period. Running back searching for a hole. Breaks the tackle.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Got it in the middle, it's Dixon. He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after the big play up top. How about the mix of play calls on this drive? 3 runs, 3 passes, and now they're in business.
Man, just keeping the defense completely off balance. When you think it's a run, it's a pass. When you think it's a pass, it's a run. Nice job by this offense, going right down the field in 6 plays, and now set up for first and goal.
Trying to barge in. Touchdown, finding a line. They've got the lead here in the 4th.
I think that's the hardest part about coaching 18 to 22-year-olds, David, is complacency is something you're always trying to fight. They were the higher-ranked team coming into this game. Looked like they were just, kind of cruising through early, had some miscues, but they fought their way back, and now they have the lead.
And they definitely were sleepwalking. And they knew they were the better team, but they dug themselves a huge hole. I love the response. They got punched right in the mouth, but they didn't quit. And they didn't pout, and they didn't sulk, and they responded really well. They got on a heater, man, and they took the lead in this ball game.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the kick is good, but there is a penalty flag because he paid for making that kick. I think they're going to get him for roughing the kicker.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Just unloaded on that kickoff. Don't have to worry about a return on a kick like that. They'll bring it out to the 25. Looking to pass. It's Warner. Got his man on the right. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
You're seeing in college football now with spread offense and tempo and air raid, we're seeing more and more 400-yard days, but I can't remember the last time I've seen one look as impressive as this guy has played today, David. He has been on fire.
And it's so annoying now because all the quick game is so good. And then you take shots when you get matchups. And you see tight ends now that move like wide receivers and running backs that move like receivers. There's so many ways that quarterbacks can hurt you now. And he showed all of it today.
The Bulldogs have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. They'll give it to the back. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Takes the handoff. It's Gilliam. Not much to show for it. This defense has kept them bottled up all day.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for loss.
And the Bulldogs trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Second down, he'll throw it. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose. And I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really, really be physical. Because if he bobbles it at all, as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come with it.
He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Grabs it inside the 10. Touchdown, Fresno State. They move on top here in the 4th.
Yeah, and a nice job in the fourth quarter making plays, and a nice job being on the same page. QB, receiver. You could tell he broke with the football. He caught it in stride, gets into the end zone. Nice pitch and catch right there. Nice chemistry by the QB and wide receiver.
If he makes this one, the lead will be 3, and at least a field goal won't beat you. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. And they finish it in style with a 57-yard toss for 6. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he takes this from inside the 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Here comes the Illini offense back onto the field. Things had not gone the way they had planned, but maybe... There he goes! And a nice pickup on the line, and gets down to avoid contact. The Fighting Illini using that big run to get momentum going. They think there's room to run to the right here. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play. They'll line up for a second down play. Looking to throw, it's Altmaier. Short throw to the sideline, picks up just a little. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
And you see on that play the confidence that he has in that playmaker on the perimeter of the field. He's already had a couple catches in this game. It seems like he's always open. And right there, nice job fitting that football into a small space, and great awareness by the receiver getting his feet down in bounds.
And I don't think he got there. No, they stopped him short. He does not pick up the first down.
Well, and he gets stuffed on that QB sneak. He's just not doing a really good job of reading the crease and finding a little space to kind of tuck into and drive his feet. He's just running himself into a wall, Dave.
Well, and how about the big boys up front? Make a crease. Push somebody back. Create some space. There was no...
Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
Well, that is a play that we're going to circle. If this team is able to fight their way back and win this game, that one was huge. 4th down, picking up the first, getting some momentum, and keeping this drive alive.
Motion from the wideout. Wants to throw on first down. Right down the middle. Complete to the left. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7.
We've seen really nice balance here on this drive. Quarterback's 3 for 3. He's picking this defense apart. They've also run the ball well, too, and here they are down close to the goal line. This defense has no idea what's coming next.
They ripped off a huge chunk, and now a little chunk is needed to pay it off. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, oh, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on. And I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Big fella moving. Touchdown Illini! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th.
That's number 2 on the day, having a day. I mean, you know he's going to catch the football, and you know he's going to make plays after he catches. Those are the kind of guys that you feature and you find them, and they produce like this, you keep finding them.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point lead in the fourth. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he's coming out of the end zone. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Here comes the Fresno State offense onto the field. Direct snap. They knock him down, but not before he gets it out to the 21-yard line. Pick up a 4. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys to get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Back to pass, it's Warner. Unloads to the wideout. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up.
After that incompletion, 4th and short now on their own side of the field, I think there's a lot of coaches in normal circumstances that would stay conservative and just punt the ball away. But you're trailing here in the 4th quarter. I think the offense needs to stay out on the field, and you got to go for it.
Kick is in the air. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. The Illinois offense returns to the field. Leaves it with the running back. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Back to pass. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone, or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. He's got it. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
Guys out in the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football. You can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Now the play fake. Catch in the middle. It's Arkin. Knocked down at the 34 after a pickup of 5. It's a 1st down.
I know it's something we take for granted, guys, but the Q did a great job there with the play-action fake. He really took his time and sold it. And that's what froze the linebackers and the 2nd level of the defense to help make that completion a whole lot easier.
Back to throw. It's Altmaier. Catch in the middle. It's Dixon. The Fighting Illini with options here on 2nd and short. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Illinois now staring at a 3rd and short. To the ground to try to move the chains. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
This is makeable field goal range here, but it looks as if they'll go for it on 4th down. Trying to keep the drive alive. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down. They'll try the right side. He'll push his way out to the 38, pickup of 3.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. Looking to fire. Caught in the backfield, it's Gilliam. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a 1st down.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, he was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the 1st.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Wants to throw. It's Warner. They've avoided the interception all day, but they're lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be 2nd down.
And, man, did the defense just miss an opportunity that they could have turned the lights out with the lead, get the football back here. Missed opportunity. Maybe this offense now can take advantage and swing some momentum in this football game.
Creates a little room. They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40. He'll do it himself. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down.
And, man, they sneak the option in there on 3rd and long. And I don't know, was that a misread? Like, do you get the ball to your tailback? Like, it was pretty well defended. They had the quarterback swallowed up. He got some yards, but now you're forced into a 4th down, and this might be a passing situation.
Fresno State will have to punt. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. He'll try to field the punt and bring it back. They'll get him corralled and down at about the 19-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Here comes the Illini offense back onto the field. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again here.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those 4th down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession for you.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Trying play action. Snagged in the middle. It's Dixon. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
A 3rd down try for the offense. To throw, it's Altmaier. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Illinois coming back to the line with a 1st and 10. Smart move to keep it on the ground. Just willed his way for a couple out to the 35. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Off the bootleg to buy a little space. Tight end finds a soft spot. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much much time as possible.
Such a tough spot to be in on defense because you're trailing, you're expecting the offense to run the football. They just did it on the last play, and then on a critical third down, they go play action, and they throw it over your head. You got to feel for this defense.
They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down.
When the offense can run the football and you can feature a guy like this that will get more yards than his block, that you can really depend on, hangs on to the football, like it makes offense super easy, especially down the stretch when you want to eat that clock and you want to possess the football. Just nice to have that kind of guy.
The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. And they'll take a knee.
And this situation here on second down is the exact situation this offense wanted to stay out of. You got the lead late in the ball game. You want to get positive yards, keep that clock ticking. Now in a situation, it's interesting. Do they want to throw the football? How much do they trust their quarterback not to make a mistake here late in the football game with the lead?
Looking to throw, it's Altmaier. Completes it in the middle. The modest gain on the completion really shows why you want to run the zone, make them execute, and rally to the ball.
100%. Zone eyes on the quarterback. I see him throw the football, break on it, go make tackles, live to fight another down.
So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. And it looks as if the offense will just take a knee.
In Boise, this heat partly sunny weather, and can expect a high of 83 degrees Fahrenheit and a low of 60 degrees.